dare to follow me down? Head into the unknown, down the rabbit hole, where it stops, no one knows. We're going down. We're going down. We're going down. We're going down. Do you dare to follow me down? Head into the unknown.
Hello, everybody. Let me know if you can hear me because I got some news. I went out today and got myself a new webcam because I think my sound issue was because my other webcam has a built-in microphone, which most of them do. But I wasn't able to go in and disable the microphone on the webcam. And then I had this thing that I want to use. So it created this echo. And so I went and I bought this one because the guy at Best Buy said that I can go in and disable the microphone on this one. So I did that. So I'm hoping the sound works good. Same visual that I can tell with myself. So it's trial and error with this whole streaming thing. Anyway, I hope everybody's well today. Weather here is overcast and dreary. However, have y'all been to the mountains before on a rainy day and it's kind of this misty, kind of almost cloudy, like you're in the cloud? That's what it's like here right now. So it's very beautiful, but wet and yuck. Charlie is right over here. Think he had a good day yesterday at the lake. I'm going to show a little video later on because everybody loves to see Harley, and sometimes he doesn't make it over here if he's too busy sleeping. Grey Wolf, good to see you. Hey, Carrie Bailey and Cindy Sperry, awesome to see you. Monsters of Chaos, thanks for coming today. And welcome in, Maritska. Prayers for sure. I'm okay. I'm good. But thank you. That's very sweet. I appreciate that. Envision, good to see you. Multitasking. I mean, good that you're multitasking, but don't think this is a live stream that you can't miss because again, we're gonna look at some of the silly shit that's gone on the last couple of days. Maybe come to a couple of realizations before we move on from it, and you know, be better people all around for the realizations that I think that we're gonna conclude today. Yes, ma'am. Hello. Baby Monkey, thank you for becoming a new member. That's awesome. Cindy B, thanks for being here. Hey, Kimberly. Prayers for Jack and Lily, as always. Yes. Share cares. Thanks for joining today. Hey, little Bet. Cold, wet, windy Nova Scotia day. Really? Wood stove is working overtime. Okay, so my whole thing with the weather changing, this house, I'm not kidding, like it's concrete or whatever, it's some kind of whatever he did. So it stays nice and cool when it's really hot out, but it's in-floor heating, so it warms up nicely. But some days you just want to be able to flip the furnace on full blast to warm it up, and I can't do that here. So my sweater goes on, my sweater will come off. So don't judge me. Thumbnail drama llama. Yeah, drama llama. And I figured a little bit suiting because allegedly, we have a lot of farm animal, um, oh my gosh, farm animal, whatever. That's, we're better than that here, you guys, but drama llamas seem very suiting to me. Woman Fish, good to see you. And Andrea, hey. Leanna, good to see you. Mustang Girl, thanks for being here. Miss Meg, awesome that you joined. Hey, Jam to the Jam. Bonnie, thank you for being here. Welcome in, Jessie. Esther, bonjour. Finial. I have, yes, Finial. Part of our realization, I think. I think I owe somebody a public apology, but we will get to it. We will get to it soon enough. Lake Lady, thanks for joining. Justice for Jack Lily. Hello, welcome in. Rushed home, Sinister. Thank you for rushing home. Glad you made it safely. Eagle Feather, hello. Root Strength, thank you for being here. Gaspé Gill, hey. Zero tonight, like what happened? So I saw, is it true? I saw something on Facebook. I was just doom scrolling, and Cape Breton got some snow today. Is that gross? A little too cold for a pool at zero, you bet. Lori Green, haven't seen you for a little bit. Thanks for being here. And Little Black Bear, you renewed your membership. Thank you for that. Hey, Andy. I like the llama without the drama. Me too. So let's get it out of our system today, shall we? I mean, it's not going to stop, but some of the shit, like I can't, I can't anymore. It's, it's beyond ridiculous. And this is where I'm going to call on Wolfie, because he's got this channel now. It's called No Receipts, No Problem, No Mercy. And if this is going to be a channel, if his channel is going to be a channel that's going to expose the people who make these outlandish claims, or like whatever's going on with Zach, I'm still not 100% sure, but you're going to expose stuff like this. I think that's a great thing. YouTube can be quite the cesspool, and it gives the keyboard warrior thing and the ability to make these, cover your ears, Grin, sock accounts, so you can go around and be whoever you want and say whatever you want. You can pretend to be a lawyer, you can pretend to be a psychologist or forensic or a CI, or you can be anything you want to be on social media, and you can say whatever you want. But the problem is, so many people believe what you're saying, even though you show absolutely no receipts, no proof for what you're saying, but people still believe it. And so channels that expose people like that and demand receipts and spread awareness for false information, I think is very important. So honestly, good on you, Rob. I hope your channel goes far. And, you know, I really do think that that's, unfortunately, because of this Jack and Lily case coverage, I think that that is valuable. So that's my take on it. Amy, good to see you. Hey, Sesame. And Envision again. Hey, Nana, Esther, Michelle James, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Hey, Lori Lynn. And never a dull moment with this case. Yep. Keep praying for justice and checking daily. I heard a rumor, and it's just a rumor, that, and I mean, I shouldn't even say it because the source is less than credible, but people, in some circles, they think that there could be arrests coming soon. Never know. Member for 7 months. That is original gangsta right there. Thank you for that. I appreciate that so much. Can hear you. Perfect. Bonnie, good to see you. Anastasia in Cleveland. Thanks for joining today. Hey, cool. Nice nails. Purple. Thank you. Nice and clear. I am so glad. Hey, JJ. Trying to go a little bit faster. Susanna for Christ, good to see you. Oh, Black Bear, that's very kind of you. If you got that from Little Black Bear, please make sure you thank him. Crispy and crappy in Nova Scotia all day, cloudy rain. Yeah. Hey, Susan, good to see you. It's beautiful on the island, is it? Yeah, it's very rainy and beautiful to look at, but not so good to be out in. Yesterday it was like 33 here. It was crazy. It was so hot. It was beautiful. It's hotter than balls. Old balls. Yeah, that's right. You're in the flatland prairies. Yeah. And who else? Melissa, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Hey, Dawn. And I think, oh, nope, Nancy. Every time I think I'm there, I'm not there. Thanks for joining Nancy and Deanna. Deborah Dixon, sorry. We've just had a whole week rain event in Australia. Australia. I didn't know you were from Australia. Excellent. Thanks for joining. Donna, good evening. Where are all my mods? I see yes, ma'am here. Tony, good to see you. Who else? Angela, hey. Maybe have a laugh. I mean, I shouldn't say that because this is serious, you guys. This is serious. Serious business. Thanks for joining. Colleen, hello, crazy gal. Awesome to see you. Thank you, Sinister, for 3 months. Thank you so much. Only getting updates from me. Ew, I don't like that pressure, man. Been thinking and wondering if you would do a few lives asking for donations to up the reward. We need answers for Jack and Lily. You would have to explain to me how I could do that. You know, would I just would we just add to the 150 or would we need a separate? I'm not a fan of raising funds for that here. I think that it could be misconstrued, if that makes sense. I'm all for it, but I would need to know exactly where the money goes, and I would not want the money coming to me. I would want to point people to where the money should go, if that makes sense. Susan, thank you for becoming a member. That's awesome. I appreciate you. We've had very strong wins here. Oh, you as well. Wow. Ernestine, thanks for joining today. Hey. Oh, good. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for letting me know that you got your keychain. I only got one envelope back. These bubble mailers that I used my pen, and when I got to the post office, some of the addresses were a little bit smeared, but the guy, he was able to read them at that time, but I got one returned to me and it'll be back in the mail right away here. So just I know that a lot of you got your keychains. If you haven't yet, I'm sorry. Gypsy Flo, good to see you. There you are. Hello. Justice, the reward money is not going to bring anyone out. I agree. Like 150,000 for a lot of people is nothing to sneeze at. I feel like it might be. It's the Star and Daniel show, just like the Mike and Anita show. Is it really? Come in. Thanks for being here. That is a good one. You're a joke in all your chats. Oh, good. I'm glad you're here too. Uh, who else do we have? Snow in Cape Breton. That's crazy. Camilla, good to see you. Yeah, I've asked them not to block or delete anything because I'm saving it all. I'm saving it all. I really, 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 really like to see who I'm dealing with. Um, it's all good. It's all good. I have thick skin just because. I'm from Newfoundland. 0 here. Last few days really cold. Outlook for 14 days ahead. I see a 12 there. Not good. Yuck. That's not well, you guys, it's still spring. So that's right. Your behavior's on you. It's all good and it will be put on display for everybody. So hope. Seems like a repeat live sessions with Daniel and Anita. Okay. The okay. So you're watching the content with Daniel where you say he's lying, and you're obviously watching the content with Anita. So why are you supporting it then? Go away. Just go away. It's all good. Do do do. He did. I watched Wolfie today. Yeah. Um, where did that go? What? Someone said something challenging and calling on mods. I have no idea what you're talking about. You got yours as well? Awesome. I'm so glad. You're a brain surgeon? You're a brain surgeon? Oh, because we can be anything we want to be? Is that why? Or are you really? Because that's pretty impressive, not gonna lie. Um, who else? Some people need to refocus on Jackie Boy and Lily Mae. Or just stop talking about it altogether. Your channel is giving Daniel a platform. Why? Why not? If you don't want to watch or listen, then don't watch or listen. He hasn't been convicted of anything. He hasn't even been labeled a person of interest in Jack and Lily's disappearance by the RCMP. So if you don't want to listen to him, then don't listen to him. It would be very nice if there was an arrest, yeah, but the problem is they need evidence. And we on YouTube are never going to be the ones to get it. So, um, yeah. Jomo, good to see you. There has to be something to what Anita is saying because people are very triggered by her. Maybe. But when you stack a little bit of truth with a whole bunch of bullshit, what are we supposed to do with that? Honestly. And I've said many times, if you just if it's possible to take Anita's personal experiences and her perspectives from things that she witnessed herself, that's one thing. But then when she adds on to that stuff or just makes up shit, completely makes up shit, then you have to start questioning why is she doing it like that? I don't know. Giving all the suspects a platform to spill whatever could help solve the case. I believe the rumor stems from the application by RCMP for the extended warrants. I think so too, but from my understanding, the original warrants only dated back a few days, and these ones are going back substantially longer, and they're much more broad. So I don't think that equals arrests are coming soon because it's going to take a lot of time to get through all of that, you know? Mike and Anita suck really bad, but pandering to Daniel isn't cool either. Okay, so just throwing it out there. So we stop listening to Daniel. And then what do we have? We have Anita, unless we can somehow shut her up. Or you can go over to Shenanigans and hear all about what Malaya said to somebody else, or that Cindy said to somebody else. I mean, take your pick, or just don't watch. I don't know. Hey, Corbin, Captain of Justice, good to see you. I'll get to it. Calm down. Calm down. Tina Katrina, good to see you. Hey, Colburn. And anyways, hey, Violet Boy Ian, good to see you. Mike, thanks for joining today. Where do I... YouTube is a new investigation tool that can be used in so many ways. Do we want to know more information? Do our CMP want people to talk? What do you want at this point? Are you talking to me? Because I literally came over to my own channel so that I could talk to you guys about all the shit that we're hearing on YouTube and on Facebook. So I think that the internet has the potential to be a very valuable tool for the RCMP or for any criminal investigation or missing persons investigation. It has the ability to spread awareness and spread missing persons posters far and wide instantly. But I think that there's a serious disconnect there because the RCMP need to be so tight-lipped about certain aspects, and so it's challenging, but they need to figure it out because it's a huge wasted resource if it's not used. But just my opinion. Can't change the amount of the award. It's the province that's doing it. It's not public funding, right? And you could do public funding, but then, like I said, that would, in my opinion, I would think that would reflect badly on whoever's doing the fundraising for it. Like, what are we doing it for? Like, for real. So, how to add to the reward? Yeah, I, I don't know. Like I said, it's a good idea in theory, but the reality of it with any other fundraiser in this case has been just a nightmare. I seriously hope that they have suspects to arrest. Jack and Lily need to come home, either be reunited, which I don't think that's going to happen, or have a proper burial. Yeah. Mr. Hemi, thanks for being here. Nova Scotia's reward system is one of the biggest in the world. If 150K don't get people talking, I don't think a few grand more is going to make much difference. Me either. Me either. Yeah, I don't know. So just so everybody knows, I don't know, like, Daniel's not going to be on here today. So, like, if that's what you're waiting for, even if he comes in chat and wants to come up, this is not the day. So, oh, I'll consider the ethics of giving Daniel a platform on your channel. Okay. Thanks for the tip. Appreciate it. Brian Sutherland, good to see you. Cheryl, hey. It was good to see Daleen shoot her up and spit her out the other night. I would have really liked to hear what she had to say at the very end there before she was muted and booted. Like, what was that about? Shemaine, you are loved by so many. Thank you. Appreciate it. Because it's exactly that. It's her platform. She can allow whoever she wants to speak. And if you don't like it, don't watch it. And not just that, this isn't a Daniel platform. This isn't a Janie platform. This is anybody who wants to talk platform. Just so happens that those two are the only ones that are willing to speak publicly. So, like, just because you have preconceived biases doesn't mean that you're right. So, can it? She couldn't take the heat from Darlene. She muted her because she knew, well, that last bit I think was important. And then for whatever reason, didn't want it out. So, thank you for becoming a new member. I appreciate you. Hi, Carla. Thanks for joining. Dan Lee. You don't have to go away. I just know and understand that I don't care what you think of who I bring up here or who I allow to talk on my platform. It has nothing to do with my ethics at all. So if you don't like it, don't watch it. That's all. Your opinion of who I choose to allow to come up and talk on my channel is none of my business. Don't care. Yep. Watching my last stream for the third time. I've rewatched that a few times too, and I do have a number of questions of my own. So, my dog snuggling with me, watching. He will be happy if he sees your pup. Absolutely passed out. Hopefully he'll make his way over here. One bad apple in Char's bag doesn't spoil the whole damn bag. That's your prerogative. But just know, I don't claim to be the one to have the breaking news. I don't claim to be the one that has all of the inside information. The fact is that there is nobody in this case who is trustworthy to give you straight facts. And so anything that you hear on any channel is hearsay. So, yeah. Tan, good to see you. Who's Anita? I'm not getting into that. Not the whole story, but we'll look at a couple of things. We don't have a person of interest in this case at all. So, and that doesn't mean that they're not looking into people, right? They're just not naming anybody as a person of interest. So, from Newfoundland, thanks for joining. Hey, Shirley. You know what you should do? You should start a channel to not have Daniel up on your platform. That's my advice to you. There was an arrest too, actually, maybe even 3. Weird that people are overlooking that fact, but it's not related to Jack and Lily's disappearance. Cool. It's just not. Holly G, thanks for joining today. Hmm. Cool. An arrest is not a conviction, and Shar is correct. No convictions yet, no charges at all relating to Jack and Lily's disappearance, like at all. Neo-Nazi term? What's that? Do we know what these awards are for? What awards? You guys are confusing me. This whole you can't even have an opinion, just don't watch thing is kind of, yeah, but you're in here saying that I'm wrong for giving Daniel a platform, and so I can't turn around and say, well, then don't watch it. You're making no sense. Maybe this isn't the channel for you. I don't know. I do too. What's going on with the maroon vehicle? I don't even know anything about that. Just kidding. On early today? I didn't think it was. How do you do that and still, like, not get blocked? Yeah, I agree. Money's not gonna thing. Do you know how many wasted calls to our CMP have been made because of creators infighting? None of it pertaining to Jack and Lily. Mhm. Mhm. So, um, Daleen proves she's a narcissist. I don't even want to ask how so, because okay. My opinion of shenanigans is she is like the playground bully. Hardly. I disagree. 50-50. I guess I could have done a poll. Who thinks Daleen won that, and who thinks shenanigans? Like, I don't give a shit. Whatever. Again, it's more crap that's got nothing. It's infighting, is what it is. So, Sinister, thank you for that. I'd rather hear someone calm and collected, not all scatterbrain. You on the right channel? I'm a total scatterbrain. People who come on here are calm. Keep them talking, Shar. Thank you. However, I think those days may be over. Not by my doing, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Hey, Sunny. That's right. That's right. Okay, you guys. I want to move on from the hellos, which turned into quite the little thing. Whatever. Okay. Um, I got a birthday present in the mail the other day. I didn't even know it was a birthday present, like I knew it was coming, but I thought it was like a template for t-shirts that I was going to be maybe getting made or something. Oh shit. Char's behind in chat again. Amazing. Harley got a little bone and I got a birthday card and I got a second t-shirt. And this one is paying homage to our good friend Cheryl Christine. Can you see that? Is that your finial answer? It's fantastic. You think? Do you love it? I do. Um, but as because if you haven't seen the cease and desist that Cheryl wrote, she used this finial word instead of final, as well as many other spelling and grammatical errors in that cease and desist. And we had a blast making fun of it. We had a blast making fun of her, that cease and desist. And people have been, digging at her and digging at her and digging at her. And I thought it was kind of funny. But then something, I think it was yesterday, um, somebody sent me a screenshot that it stopped me in my tracks. Literally stopped me in my tracks. Because I never want to be disrespectful or politically incorrect when dealing somebody with special needs. And after I saw this, I stopped and I started to kind of maybe regret some of the terrible things that I've said about Cheryl Christine, even though I haven't done it publicly, however. So Daniel was in the chat over there at that other channel, and Cheryl was talking, and they called me clown mein and chow mein and like shit that I haven't heard not even since high school, but like elementary school and like words hurt. You know, that cut me deep. It cut me deep. And then I saw this one. This was in response to Daniel going up on Shenanigans live stream because Daniel will only appear on Clown Main's live stream. Cheryl Christine said, "He is prepared. He's survived the raft of me." The raft of me. Stop me in my tracks. That's not a spelling or grammatical error. That's just not what that is. That is complete and utter failure to understand the English language, how to put a sentence together. And so I had to Google because I really don't know um, what we're supposed to like the correct and kind, politically correct and kind way to refer to people, maybe with some kind of, and I'm Gen X, so I have to be very careful about, what I say and how I say it because sometimes words come out faster than my brain works. So I did a quick Google search that I won't repeat here, but the politically correct and medically accepted term is intellectual disability. So let's be kind and we can stop poking fun because I do think that there is there's a disability there. Uh it's not funny anymore. Yes, Sinister, she meant wrath. She absolutely did. She meant wrath. She absolutely did. But again, is it a matter of education? I don't think so. Because if you look back at the cease and desist, and then you pay attention to how she behaves and her the things that she says about people. I mean, I owe her a public apology because I did not realize that she had a learning disability. So my bad, Cheryl. Good for you. You you keep doing whatever it is that you're doing that helps. Being the loyal, longtime friend of Malaya. Good job. Good job. Anyways, your shit means nothing to me. And yeah, I'm not afraid of your wrath either. Just heads up. Okay, can we move on? Thank you. Yeah, I'm so freaking tired today, you guys. I didn't. Anyways, so is that good? Is that funny? I thought so. I'm serious. If there is a disability there, let's leave her alone because at least she's trying. At least she's trying. Okay? At least she's trying. Oh, Susan, I laughed. Oh, I laughed. My belly hurt. I laughed so hard for so long, and I thought I can't just let it go. I can't just let it go. Not after, I mean, it was the same live stream that they were throwing these not even mean girl insults. Clown main, chow mein, like, if it makes you feel better, that doesn't make you cool or a mean girl, doesn't even make you a bully. It just shows your intellect level and fill your boots because you're not helping anything at all. So good job. Well, because the signature wasn't from a lawyer, and I was told I could pursue it civilly if I want to, which I might. I might. It depends. I might if I choose to give a shit, but I might. You never know. Who's saying what? Same, but I mean, like in public on a platform, I can't just run around calling people that. I call it the hard R word, and my daughters even like side eye me when I say that. So I decided to do a little Google search. What's the politically correct way to refer to people with intellectual disabilities? That's it. That's it. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. We have a running list. We have a running list. Okay, so shall we move on to Drama Llama number 2 today? Because this was also fantastic. Uh, this one was actually I I'm not sure who posted this, but it was pretty funny. Everybody remembers that video I did in response to my demand, blah blah blah, and then I played the voice clip of Anita at the end, and she was dealing with her seasonal allergies. Okay, but so then, does this work? Yes, it does. Here we go. Oh, I might have to make myself boom because this was a little bit comical. Anita Maxwell Johnson. Now look here, pay attention, read my words. When you use Flonase, it is extremely crucial you do not breathe in through your nose in an aggressive manner. Everyone who has ever used Flonase knows this as a fact. The correct way to use Flonase is to very gently and softly breathe in through your nose when you spray it. If you breathe in through your nose in the aggressive manner that we heard you do, like you were trying to inhale all of the internets, the medication shoots to the back of your throat and does not stay in your nasal cavity where it's supposed to be. And then I assume the rest says, please shut the fuck up, whatever. And then Anita commented, Karen McKean, I've never done drugs in my life. I don't know what that word is. Flonase, this is ridiculous. It is ridiculous, Anita. I agree with you. It's so ridiculous. It's not even funny. Let's carry on, shall we? Hmm. Here's the first one. Oh, that's little. That's little. Anita, replying to Cindy B, actually, I might say. Um, Flonase, my allergies are horrible. This lady is ridiculous, and she's mad at Mike, and I had a great day that day. I deserve for helping my ungrateful friend who used me and is refusing to be honest to cover for her daughter. And then Cindy B said, Anita Maxwell Johnson, your ungrateful friend, they used you to cover for her daughter. Weren't you only there to babysit? Again, always the fucking victim. She's not mad at Mike. She doesn't give a flying fuck about you or Mike. You're both a joke. The shit that you guys do and say is disgusting. You're harassing young men that are probably the same age as your kids. Give your head a shake. And I just like I want to flip through these screenshots, but I just don't know what's going to be next. So mm, I'm just going to read this one. Oh, I'll make myself little. Mm. Um, Tried to bribe people, bullshit. Body shame. The one that I'm looking for is she actually says to numerous people a number of times that I'm mad because I contacted her many times to come on my show. And I was angry because she wouldn't come on my show. And I'm just trying to see that. You people realize she called repeatedly trying to get me on her show. Here he is. Here it is. Here it is. Anita, pay attention. Pay attention. This is great, you guys. You people realize she called repeatedly trying to get me on her show. She is mad at Mike and my allergies are horrible. I never done any drugs. Okay. 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 Anita, eat the crap. Eat the crap. You need to show a receipt. show a receipt of me even calling you once. Show a receipt that you even know where to contact me. Anything, just show any receipt that you have ever received a phone call from me, that you have ever had a conversation with me. Show it. You fucking liar. I'm done. I'm over it. Can't show a receipt because it's not true. And if you guys don't believe me, ask Belinda. Belinda is the contact, the go-between early on, and she couldn't seem to remember my name. Anita, that is. So I want Anita to show me, to show the world when I ever reached out and asked her to be on my show. Ever. Not even hinted at it. Not even hinted at it. There was a promise made to me that if I were to discuss the information that I had, that when she was done talking to Major Crimes, that um, she would do an interview with me. And I never even followed up with Anita. I didn't. I waited. I gave her the space to talk to Major Crimes. And then it was Belinda who came to me and told me that she was told and asked by Major Crimes not to do any more interviews. Okay, fine. Never mentioned her name again. Not again. Until all of this bullshit started. So, Jeannie, what did you say? I'm confused. Isn't it you, Shar, who introduced Anita? No, no, not at all. That was not me. I was given information the day I did and the problem is with that same live stream that I did, I played a Monsters of Sabotage video that had Anita's information in it, and people got it mixed up and thought that I was sharing information from Anita, and I was talking about the information that was in that Monsters of Sabotage. But then the following live stream, I tried to clear it up, but it was not, no, I did not introduce Anita to anybody or anything. Little Black Bear, thank you. That's so very nice of you. What about Wong not telling the police on day 2 the kid's gone missing about the vehicles the night before? I don't know. Nothing. It's just drama that people keep dragging me into, and I don't get it. So I feel like Anita is a chronological liar. Yeah. Anita gets mixed up. It was probably Susan and Hid in the Fog. But the thing is, Mike believes her. Well, well, we'll leave that where it is. Heads up, Ian's coming. Shh. Absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with you, and that's why, yeah, no, I mean, if you want me to direct people to a fundraiser to raise the reward money or some kind of petition or something, I'm all for that, but I don't want money coming my way for anything to do with reward or search efforts. I will tell you where to go to donate your money to those places, but you don't need me as a middleman to do that. And no, thank you. We're not 100% sure that Ron McKenzie went to Wong's. He went to a neighbor's, but I'm not sure if it was Bradley Wong, because the neighbor that Ron went to allegedly said they didn't even realize that there were kids down at that property. So I wouldn't be so fast about thinking that that was where Ron McKenzie went. Yeah, exactly. Um, look, I had to put that out just because I mean, maybe that makes me petty, I don't know, but I just want everybody to know that never once, never one time, I swear on Harley, never one time have I asked that woman or invited that woman or anything to come up on my show. I was open to it after she talked to Major Crimes and they were good with it, then I would have been good with it. But when Belinda told me Major Crimes said no, that was the end of it for me. But it also made her information that I had more credible because Major Crimes didn't want her talking about it. But then lo and behold, she appears on another channel and saying everything that I knew that she had said and more. And Major Crimes didn't say shit. Even when people were saying, "Oh, hey, ho, ho, you better go take a look at what she's saying over there. You might not want that information out in the public." By all accounts, they didn't give a shit for whatever reason. So, have a good day. Next time you have Dan on, please ask about Thursday morning. Nobody talks about Thursday morning ever. Okay. But like I said, cool. I don't know if I'm going to do that again. You don't, nobody wants to know what he calls his audience in private. Did he just walk through? Like I knew he was in, did he walk through? I didn't even, Anita gets mixed up because she can't lay off the coke. Um, like I don't want to be, so no receipts, no, no receipts, no problem, no mercy. Played a video today. It's pretty funny. Pretty funny. You can, absolutely go and watch it. There. I don't know. My mods can tell me whether or not they think I should play it here. Drone searcher. I mean, it is what it is. People don't have to believe me. If you truly want to believe that I was begging Anita to come on my show, okay, but please start asking this woman for some proof to what she's saying. Just ask her, because I'm telling you right now, it doesn't exist. He ain't even on my messenger feed. Like, I've never even done a search for the woman. Nothing. Nothing, Maritzka. Well, not to me, but to Daniel, they said that they're fully aware of the false information she's putting out, according to Daniel. Maybe. Could be. But again, these screenshots that I was showing and that I could show more of has been going on like over time, right? This isn't just one day and she was no, this has been going on over time where she's been telling people that that's why I'm mad. That's why I'm trying to make it look like she's a drug user. You know? Like this is my retaliation because she wouldn't come on my show, so now I'm going to make it out that she's a drug user. And she also said that Tint um altered that voice clip to make her sound bad. And I'm like, no, like Tint didn't send that to me. That wasn't a conversation you had with Tint. That was somebody else. And nobody altered it. You're very respectful and I give you kudos and all the hard work that you're doing for Lily and Jack. You're amazing. Thank you. That's okay. She said she'd never communicated with me, yet she talked to me for over an hour. I couldn't shut her up. So I said I had to go. And I do have receipts. I bet you do. Well, I mean, I don't know. Get them to triage you right away. You're going to the best place where. What's going on? JJ, I hope everything's okay. I thought you were just leaving because, this is kind of a useless live stream. No offense, everybody that's here. Thank you for being here. But like I said, Like, stop provoking me and I won't be an asshole because I'm not an asshole by nature. I can be, but I'm just not. Odd command scamnita is an odd symbiotic relationship, like the bird that picks butts of cattle. That's not very nice. Bad buffering. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, and I don't know if anybody noticed my description. I added a little disclaimer in there about implied permission um for to use the content. Like, I don't care if you want to use the content, like sit there and bitch all you want about Daniel being on, but you sure play the whole fucking thing over and over again and call me stupid. So, okay, use the content, but stop slandering me or anybody else. Just stop. So that um that description disclaimer that I added today, that's for you, Mike and Anita. Strictly for you. Anyways, Mr. Hemi, thank you. He will love that. And also, Mr. Hemi, I apologize. It was I who had you blocked, and it is fixed now. I had no idea. I had no idea that I had you blocked. You must have pissed me off something fierce one day because the only other person that I have blocked on either of my channels is Derwood and you. But you're unblocked now, so I don't know what you said, but it must have been a doozy. She also just today said Tint rigged that voice up. Yeah, it wasn't a conversation with Tint. I heard the whole thing. Anita sent me a message for an hour how the judges and cops and lawyers all do coke, she said. It was quite interesting and glad Wolfie did the live. Like I said, if that's the purpose of the channel, I think it's important. And I've said it before about Monsters of Exposure, who had come in and they were like, oh, those who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones and exposure is coming. And I'm all for it. Expose. Expose the people that are trying to scam you. Expose the people that are giving false information. I'm all for it. Like, including me. Like, if I'm giving you false information, by all means, tell me that it's false information. I asked the butcher here to bring my small pup a 6-inch raw bone. Laughed my butt off. He brought a 16-inch huge bone. Poor little guy couldn't even lift it. Aw. I mean, it probably was. Probably was because I'm not busy yelling at people or interrupting people. You know. On the topic of Anita, I chatted with her for months, spoke to her on the phone a few times, and today on another channel, she denied knowing me. Weird. Okay, so listen. I do have some information, and far be it for me to talk positively about Anita Maxwell Johnson, whatever the fuck her name is. But well over a year, probably close to 2 years ago, there's somebody in the somewhere in Nova Scotia. I'm not going to give details, but they were having a really hard time, she and her son. And there was a situation, and allegedly Anita didn't know these people and walked up and realized that she's having a difficult time with her son, something to do with groceries, not being able to pay something. Anita went up and gave that person $100. Didn't know them, didn't ask for anything in return. So at some point, she was a decent, kind, caring individual. But for some reason now, she can't see the damage that she's causing to innocent people. When it comes down to it, I don't give a shit what she says about Cindy or Malaya or Wade or even Daniel. She's never met Janie, so she should probably keep Janie's name out of her mouth. But these people who are connected and involved in Jack and Lily's lives Okay, but leave these innocent people alone. They have enough to answer for. They have enough bullshit to answer for on their own. They don't need your help. Sorry for speaking. I know I am not welcome and should be. Nobody said you weren't welcome. People are just, I don't know what you've been saying, but people are just asking you to be nice about it. That's all. It's not that I'm not communicating with Daniel. It's just last night he said something about, I can't remember. I asked him a question. Oh no, I made a comment about him being in Shenanigans live chat. And he said, I think I'm done for now. Like major crimes isn't, they're not getting back to me. I don't know. He basically feels like it's none of his information is of any use to them anymore. So he just alluded to maybe not going on any live streams anymore. So, I mean, I don't know. I never clarified with him, and I will. But I had work today, and then other stuff came up, so I never did. Cheryl is not very educated. She don't even know how to spell the words, as you haven't been in contact with Malaya for 2 years, and now that the kids are missing, she's involved now. Mm. Yeah, but scream it from the mountaintops, hidden in the fog. She is never going to be on a witness stand unless it's in favor of the defense. And even then, at this point, I think nobody's going to want to touch her with a 10-foot pole. Matlock wouldn't put her on fucking stand. Sorry, not sorry. Like, what a mess. That wasn't cool for Mike to name call. You get used to it, right? But honestly, that's who he is in private. So is what it is. You get used to it. It's the false information. It's the lives being destroyed that I just think is wrong. But then when you start lying about me, that's a problem. June, actions speak louder than words. Sit in your naughty corner quietly. Don't be Anita. Anita, is that a verb now? Love it. Oh my God, went out. She pulled an Anita. Teabagger doesn't like herself. Well, she should. Mike likes to try and belittle. He doesn't try. He just clearly does. Um, and I wish people would think more of themselves than to believe everything that he says, because it's not very nice. What did Mr. Hemi say? I like a good laugh. We're supposed to be giggling here today. Probably when that doesn't bother me though. It doesn't bother me. So I don't know. I think it probably was an accident. So I don't know. Who knows? Anita is hidden in the fog. She spent too much time in Peggy's Cove. No, Hidden in the Fog is a TikTok channel. I know her. Anita is not hidden in the fog. Or you mean her brain cells are? Fair. Anita is out there on some type of planet we can never touch. Hmm. Daniel's lying voice just makes me so crazy. So honestly, and I'm not being disrespectful and I'm not telling you to go away, then don't watch him. Don't listen. That's easy. Just click off. I can't listen to Anita anymore, but people send me these screenshots of the shit she does on Facebook. She must have been sober that one day. Unless we're looking at, and I have heard before that it's a like serious mental illness and maybe something about you know, the stress of the situation. perhaps, um, you know, I know, and I'm not talking about Anita specifically, but I'm saying that if you do have a serious mental health issue and you have medication for said issue, and then your body sometimes it'll build up a tolerance. Or some people, once they start feeling better, they stop taking their medication, and it's not until they have another serious, um, with my ex, we called it, when he got unwell again. It wasn't until that point that we realized that there was something going on with his medication. So who knows? Does that make me an asshole? I'm trying to reason it out in my head. Why would somebody lie so much? And it has to be psychological. It has to be pathological at this point. And just like Cheryl, like the stupidity is real. There is no getting around it. But are we looking at a actual disability? There's no other explanation for the level of immaturity, and just leave it at that. Thank you, Sam. That's very nice of you. And what else? Do you who did anybody watch no receipts, no problem, no mercy when he played that video? Because I got it as well. He's done 20 hours of lives in the past month. What else has he got to say? Exactly. But I do cool. There is a bunch of just further clarifications that I like. Even I had some from the last one. So yeah, I know that's what he said, but I don't know. I support all the channels I consume. The fact they are in opposition with each other has nothing to do with me. And I think it's good, Mr. Hemi, because then you get to see different perspectives, right? So obviously that like shenanigans is very pro Malaya. That's clear. She says it. That's very clear. I'm very open to anybody who wants to talk respectfully. People think that I'm pro Daniel channel. I am not. I'm a pro open communication channel. Um, but then there are other channels who absolutely, they despise Daniel, or they think Durwood has good information. Do you know what I mean? Like there are all these different perspectives, and we all look at the same information and we all see it different ways. So I think it's good to watch all different content, because you start getting tunnel vision. If all you watch is pro Malaya stuff, then you're going to start getting tunnel vision, and vice versa. If all you see is anti Daniel stuff, then you're going to start to get tunnel vision. You're right. Well over a year, whatever. We're already there. You like Mike D? It's good. Good for you. Mike was nice enough to say he doesn't talk about my weight or my looks, bless him. When did he say that? I must have missed that one. He talked like just deplorable things that how he refers to people. I've giggled a lot, pretty sure I'm going out. I see Anita and Mike being a couple soon. Poor Jamie will be dust in the wind. Well, honestly, if she keeps posting the way she does using his company's Facebook account, he'll probably kick her to the curb, because he'll end up losing his business. The name Karen has been replaced with Anita now, so don't be an Anita. Don't be an Anita. Don't pull an Anita. I think Mike and Anita may actually become a thing too. I think they already are. Just emotional though, because there's like that ocean between them and her husband, whatever. Doesn't seem to matter, but whatever. No judgment. Um, the path to righteousness is narrow. The rest of us are on the wide path. I don't even feel like I'm on a path 90% of the time. Certainly not on the narrow one. Eh, War of the Roses. War of the Roses, I would be Danny DeVito. I would be the mediator just trying to, you know, make everybody do the right thing. Wasting my breath. Monsters of Sabotage in here for the second time. She's not credible enough to be on the stand anymore. Thank you. What else do we have? Anything? So do we oh, you know what? There was something that happened in Nova Scotia. Um oh real first, so I don't have to reopen it later. Here's Harley at the lake. Just really quickly. Ooh, this is good. And then you guys can tell me if there's an echo. I'm gonna try something. Let me know if there's an echo with this camera thing. Um there is sound to it. There's not a lot of sound, but so let me know if you can hear an echo. Can you hear an echo? Am I echoing? I don't think I'm echoing. Anyways, did you see that? Did you hear that? I just want I don't know. I want to know if I'm gonna echo. I want to know if I'm gonna echo with my new camera. Mm, yes, she does say that quite often. I think all creators should set aside their differences and get back to working together. It's creating tribes and detrimental. I tried. I did. Not interested anymore. I mean, I don't have to dwell. I don't have to rehash bullshit. I don't. But fool me once, shame on me. And I live my life by that. They will never have my trust again. So I don't need to work with people to, you know, respect and let them do what they're doing. So is Shan here? Or are you talking to me? Why can't other creators focus more on Malaya's behavior? If you want my honest answer, it's because Malaya doesn't talk. She doesn't say shit. So we are left with people analyzing Daniel and Janie ad nauseum, which is fine because they keep talking. But people don't want to look at that because she's not adding into anything. She's not adding anything, you know? So, oh, at the same time, he was shitting on me. Wow. That's okay. I put it out there. I'm not going to say the stuff that he said in private, but because I don't want to, but People will be exposed. Get ready. I'm ready. I'm ready, Julius. Expose me, please. Losers. All the monsters are here. This is wild to me. It's all good. No echo? Perfect. Now, if I had a guest and I didn't have to mute before they could talk, I think that would move things along. So a lot of the thing with the Daniel's interview is like he would stop talking long enough and I'd be like, okay, he's done, and I'd go to unmute so that I could talk, and he'd start talking again. So because the friggin' echo I get. Silly. Anyways, this thing happened in Nova Scotia. Canadian Gothic had it. So let's look at Canadian Gothic. Nobody messaged me on YouTube. Or sorry, on Facebook right now. Is that the right one? It's not even the right one. Just a minute. Because your messages will pop up for everybody to see if you do. I'm going to turn the sound thing on just in case there's a video with this. I'm not 100% sure. But anyways, apparently there was an attempted abduction in broad daylight, or somebody was successfully abducted. Did that person write back again? Don't really hear any sound. There wasn't a whole lot of sound in that video. She's in heat again. That's not very nice. I mean, if she's got a new boyfriend, that's good for her. With every statement via proxy, Malaya keeps a perpetual backdoor open for I never said that. Very good. Very good insight, Mr. Emmy. Yeah, I agree. I'm sorry, I'm just looking to see if the person who said that we're going to be exposed. Abduction in Bible Hill, 2 people were arrested. Okay, is that what this is? Yeah, right here. 2 charged after daytime kidnapping in Nova Scotia. Let's read this because this is. RCMP have charged Stephen Joseph Dakota Maloney, 34 of Halifax, and Michael Lynn Weatherby, 37 of Lance, following an alleged kidnapping in Bible Hill on May 27th. 2 days ago, guys. Police say a man was abducted from a home on Vimy Road at approximately 10:20 a.m. and taken away in a silver Hyundai Elantra. A major search was launched involving RCMP officers, air services, and the emergency response team. The victim was located safely at approximately 11:10 a.m. when Truro police stopped a motorcycle carrying him as a passenger. Police determined the motorcycle driver had assisted the victim and was not involved in the kidnapping. The victim suffered minor injuries and was treated at the scene. RCMP later located the suspect vehicle behind a residence on Main Street and conducted surveillance. At approximately 12:55 p.m., officers arrested a man and a woman as they exited the home. Police say Maloney was found with injuries consistent with a gunshot wound that occurred before the police became involved. He was transported to hospital with life-threatening injuries. Both Maloney and Weatherby are charged with kidnapping. Maloney also faces charges related to breach of probation and operating a vehicle while prohibited. The investigation remains ongoing, including efforts to determine how Maloney was shot. What the heck is going on in Nova Scotia, you guys? Gonna put this up. Malaya is more concerned with her boyfriends than her own kids, period. Seems that way. What to make of most of it all is his Anita's video in the last 2 weeks. He's set to members only. He sets everything to members only after. As soon as he's done his live, it all goes members only. To do with Anita or Jack and Lily. Who did they kidnap? Mm, just says a man and referred to him as the victim. Anybody know what this was about? Crazy. Yeah, mom of the newborn that was found deceased. The mother also passed away. It's very, very sad. It's crazy. It does sound drug related, but it's brazen. Very brazen. Boy dies after allegedly being given wrong treat at Dairy Queen. Must have been a peanut allergy or something. Nova Scotia man faces 79 charges in AI deepfake exploitation case. Wow. Toronto teen found safe. I remember that one. Mother in Halifax newborn case dies. Terrible. Investigators say both the infant's death and the mother's death remain under investigation, with police warning answers may take time. Crazy. Vodka gets expensive in Thailand. We don't care about her new boyfriend. We care about Jack and Lily, and so should she. Exactly. Yeah. Really? Kidnapping took place at the same address the RCMP tactical busted May 6th. Is that a fact? Crazy. That's crazy. Huh. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Time are you going live, Sonny? Ugh, God. Stop. What time are you going live, Sonny? Like, I really thought it would be more fun to jab at Anita some, but it bores me. It's beneath me. I don't know. And I believe you guys feel the same. Let's just have a look. See. Was there something else? You know what? Remember, there was a point in time where I found this YouTube channel called Kill Jester. And if I'm not mistaken, did we not watch the one he did on Malaya? I think we might have. I thought I had killed just. There he is. There he is. Got him. Yeah. So, anyways, we did. I'm gonna bring it up. We did the Malaya Brooks Murray one. Do you guys remember this? It was a while ago. Shan said Daniel was hooking up with a searcher. I mean, to say that, to put it out in the public without being able to prove it seems silly to me. Is it our business? Who's hooking up with who? Oh wow, really? That was 5 minutes from me, and they and cops shot up the house on Vimy Road. Wow. I know I don't. You felt like taking a jab. I'm kind of a rum kind of guy. 5:45. Can't you do it sooner? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Anyways, I want to watch a little bit of this. So if you don't want to see it, move along. But I did get some things out of the Malaya one. He seems to have changed it. This is awesome, actually, because these were very kind of long form, and this one of Daniel is only 13 minutes and 42 seconds. So it's interesting to me. I'm gonna watch it. Let me know right away if you can't hear it. I did click the audio button on the share thing, but if it doesn't work, I'll do it again. So let me know right away. Okay. And I'm also gonna leave myself unmuted just for a couple of minutes to see if you guys hear an echo. Or would I hear an echo anyways? Either way, I'm testing shit right now. Okay, so let's watch. This one. I want to need that all the way back. All the way back, Kill Jester. All right, let me know if there's an echo.
Hi, everybody. Welcome back to Kill Jester, and I'm your host, Chase Daniel. And today we're analyzing Daniel Martell, the stepfather to two missing children, Lily and Jack Sullivan, who disappeared in May 2024 from
Is there
Nova
an echo?
Scotia. And Daniel can't stop talking. While everyone else connected to this case has gone silent, the mother, Malaya, Daniel's own mother, family members on the property, Daniel keeps giving interviews, answering Facebook comments, engaging with.
But not like before. Not like before. Let me try it one more time. One more time. I'm not going to mute myself. Just one more time, and I want to know if there's like a terrible echo.
With the public. Why? Because narcissists need the spotlight. They believe they can control the narrative. And Daniel's CBC interview is a masterclass in exactly that, narrative control. Not
Oh my
truth,
gosh.
control.
Echo?
So let's break down what his language
Dang it.
actually
Oh,
reveals.
well.
Not
Here you
what
go.
he wants you to believe, but what his word choices, his emphasis patterns, and his contradictions show about what he knows. Standard disclaimer: this is forensic statement analysis, pattern recognition, not a determination of guilt. That's for investigators and courts. We're analyzing language to understand what someone reveals through how they communicate. So let's get into it. So here's the patterns. Daniel's interviews reveal 8 major patterns, and they all point in the same direction. Someone managing perception, not cooperating transparently. Let me show you. So I'm so cooperative, the emphasis problem. Daniel says, I'm cooperative approximately 17 times in one interview. I'm very cooperative. I keep asking them, do you want my phone? I'm open to everything, 100% cooperative. Here's the thing about actual cooperation: it doesn't require constant advertisement. When you're genuinely helping an investigation, you do it. You don't narrate it like a performance review. Look how cooperative I am. Did you see how me cooperating? Let me tell you again how cooperative I was. Cool, we get it. You're cooperative, except why do you need to keep saying it? Because excessive cooperation claims reveal insecurity. You're managing perception, not just reporting facts. And the second pattern: procedural detail over emotion. Now watch what Daniel does when describing his DNA sample. They did a finger prick, squeezing for a long time, got a few drops of my blood on a pad, sealed it into an envelope, then into a plastic bag, then sealed as evidence. That's a lot of detail about a finger prick, but notice what's missing. Any emotion about missing children? No, I was desperate to help. There's no, I'd do anything to find them. There's no, I hope this leads to answers. Just fingerprint, squeeze, drop, pad, envelope, and a bag. When someone describes mechanics instead of feelings, they're creating distance. They're staying in the safe zone of observable facts instead of the vulnerable zone of emotional truth. Why? Because emotions are harder to control. Procedures are easy to recite. And when you're managing a narrative, you stick to what you can control. So in the next slide is about the blanket, the controlled mystery. So preemptive explanation. Here's what it gets interesting. Daniel mentions a blanket connected to the case and immediately says, my DNA is obviously going to be on the blanket. Wait, so who said it wouldn't be? Nobody asked him to explain his DNA on a household item, but he volunteers an explanation anyway. That's preemptive defense, answering suspicion before it's voiced. And it tells you he's anticipating where your mind will go. He's managing the interpretation before you form it. If his DNA on a blanket was truly innocent and expected, why would he need to explain it? Or would he just wait for questions and answer when they're asked? The preemptive explanation reveals he knows this could look suspicious, so he's framing it early. But then Daniel adds, I can't really disclose much. I'm pretty limited on what I know about the blanket at this moment. So which is it? You know enough to say your DNA is obviously on it, but you can't disclose details. This is controlled mystery. Reveal just enough to sound informed, hold back enough to avoid contradictions. He doesn't tell you where the blanket was found, where it entered the investigation, what timeline it's connected to. Why not? Because if he never gives you those details, you can't check his story against other information that comes out later. Controlled disclosure protects from future contradictions. That's not transparency, that's strategy. The next slide, this is where we get into the vanishing perpetrator, creating a third party. Daniel says he believes the children's disappearance is criminal in nature, then adds, it can't become a criminal investigation until there's a suspect. Let's break that down, what this accomplishes. First, by saying it's criminal, he narrows public imagination towards outside involvement, a third party, an unknown actor. Second, by explaining the procedural requirements for a suspect, he creates a structure where he positions himself outside the suspect category. There is a criminal actor. Investigators are looking. The case will shift when that person is identified. And where does Daniel sit in that structure? By default, outside of it. He's not saying they're investigating me. He's framing the suspect as someone else, someone not yet identified. That's the invisible suspect pattern. Create a blanket space for the audience to fill with their own theories while quietly position yourself outside of that space. It's clever but transparent once you see it in the words. So pattern 6 is selective transparency. Now watch what happens when the interview shifts from procedures to personal dynamics. Reporter asked about abuse allegations, control, isolation, emotional manipulation. Daniel's response, no, that's not true. Then he's asked to describe the relationship before the children disappeared. And suddenly, I don't want to talk about that. Hard stop, boundary drawn. Wait a minute. He just spent 20 minutes talking about DNA procedures, polygraph questions, consent forms, phone offers, blanket evidence, but won't discuss the relationship. That's selective transparency, detailed where it benefits you, guarded when it creates risk. He's cooperative on his terms, not total terms. And that selectively tells you everything. It shows you where he feels confident and where he doesn't. And we'll move on to the last slide, the defense expansion. This is preemptive defense on steroids. The interviewer asks generally about drug allegations. Daniel doesn't just deny, he expands. No possession, no paraphernalia, no debts, no dealers, no production, no distribution, no parties, no late night gatherings, nothing. That's not answering the question. That's shutting down an entire category of speculation by listing every variation of the rumor and rejecting each one. Why does someone do this? Because they're not just talking to the interviewer, they're talking to the audience, the online discussions, the theories circulating. Daniel knows exactly what people are saying, and he's addressing all of it at once. That's not ignorance or innocence responding in real time. That's someone who's tracking accusations and came prepared. And finally, Daniel describes the true crime community as obsessive, aggressive, and harmful. He frames online discussion as the problem, not the questions. the people asking them. This is classic deflection. Question the messenger to avoid the message. You're not concerned, it's citizens analyzing a case. You're obsessed, you're vicious, you're causing harm. By attacking the legitimacy of the scrutiny, he tries to delegitimize the scrutiny itself. But here's the thing, even if some online commentary is excessive, that doesn't answer the questions. Why did you emphasize cooperation so much? Why preemptive explanations? Why controlled disclosure? Why selective transparency? Calling critics obsessed doesn't address the patterns in your own language. It just redirects attention. So
This is quite interesting, if you agree. But again, he is killed Jester. I had it. What I'll do actually is I'll post the link in the chat, and then we're gonna go and have a look at Monsters of Chaos brand new post. Go over and check out Monsters of Chaos as well. But sorry, I want to get rid of this, and then I want to unshare that. I guess I'll put myself up here for a second. Stop sharing. Then, how do I do this? Never mind. This here. That's tiny. Still tiny. Plus, even for me, it's tiny, so I'm gonna go ahead and make it big enough so that my old eyes can read it as well. 1 minute ago, comment, Monsters of Chaos received from someone claiming to be Brandon in our recent video about shenanigans in Daleen. If this is you, Brandon, thanks for sharing. I am Brandon, and this will be the only time I address this publicly, since the statement is already out there with NEN MCU. Oh, Northeast, no, okay. To be very clear, I saw Emily Ugly run out of the woods on Lansdowne Road at 10:40 a.m. on May 2nd, 2025. She jumped into a wine-colored four-door vehicle. It pulled up to both parked vehicles, and a large man, Alvin Mackenzie, was standing near the middle of the road acting nervous, looking back towards the woods and then at me. He waved me down, so I stopped. He asked if I was police, and I said no. He then said she found a pink shirt. I got out. He walked over to me to a tree where there was a pink children's shirt hanging. After that, he did not say another word. He turned around and walked back toward Montreal Road. While I was dealing with him, the other vehicle slowly pulled away. After I left, they were parked at the end of Lansdowne Road, and again I asked if I was police. I said no, that I was there helping search for the children. I asked who they were, and the woman said they were family from Truro, looking for the kids as well. There was a young, skinny man in the front passenger seat, Hayden, and the driver was a larger, tanned man whose face I could not clearly see because he had his hand up against it, seemingly trying not to be seen. Around 10:45 or 10:50 a.m., they turned right onto Stewiacke Road and left. If you were family from Truro searching for the children, why leave? Why were you there so early before police were even on Lansdowne Road, so close to Wade Martell's property? You mean Wade Mackenzie's property? Why were you in the woods that far from the home? Why was that pink shirt placed in the tree? Why are there no photos of this available to publicly? People also keep asking why everyone believes that there is where the blanket was found. It was not. That was addressed in my statement to police, and I will not comment further on that. What makes this odd is that they all left and never clarified any of this. They also make no mention in their court-released statements about being there that early in the morning and then leaving. The only people lying are Daniel, Malaya, Janie, Emily, and Hayden. Have we heard from Emily or Hayden publicly? I will not include Alvin in that because he admitted to being there. The female was Emily Ogley. And then there is Shenanigans, the YouTube grifter and pot stirrer who is friends with Malaya. Lastly, Daniel, since I know you are reading this, keep my name out of your mouth. I am not YouTube land far away. You wanted my attention, now you have it. There you go. Head over to Monsters of Chaos and have a look-see at that post for yourself, but interesting. What did Hemi say? Agree. So this morning, not to change, I'm changing subjects for a quick second. This morning, I I was listening to stuff while I was working and I had Defense Diaries, one of my favorites, on, and they were doing a stream about Mackenzie Shirilla. And Ali Mata went on kind of a little bit of a rant about social media and kids. And I mean, they're not wrong. It's very, very, very far removed from anything that we are used to. We're not used to, posting on social media and wanting people to see inside of our lives, and it's just the way I'm a serious blockhead. Oh yeah, DM not talking to you again. No, he is. He is. Just my I believe, and like I said, I haven't clarified with him, but I believe he doesn't want to do YouTube appearances for now, I think. Don't quote me on that. I'll let my DT know to let Daniel. He is always welcome over here. Yeah, I mean, I can't speak to that, but I think there was a little bit more to that than just deciding not to talk anymore. TikTok does absolute damage to teen girl brains. Yeah, it does. It's facts. What else? Okay. Lori, he made statement last year that he saw vehicles in the blanket in the tree. Allegedly, it was Cindy's vehicle she traded in after the kids went missing. That's what we're getting at. Thanks for posting it. I think we're starting to see a little bit of evidence of long-term negative effects of particularly TikTok for sure. How can she even think about a boyfriend when her children are missing? Makes no sense. I would never be happy again. I agree. I don't know if Dalena's in here either. Glad to hear from you, Brandon. Keep faith. Many know you are truthful and simply cared enough to try to help. You have a lot of support. Wish you the best. No. Steelers, whatever, was DT's wife. Sirius Black, I think, was just a follower. If I'm not mistaken, Steelers fan or something like that. It was the football reference that was his wife. Is his wife. The Malaya side has lots to hide, it seems. Then it was said, everyone deserves love. Jack and Lily deserved the love and care of their mother. Yeah. And that's another thing too, I just want to say, because I mean, drone searcher was here earlier. There's been no orchestrated attack on anybody. Give me just a small friggin' break. Just because people congregate into a live stream at one time doesn't mean it's an orchestrated event. You guys are going to drive yourself crazy with all this conspiracy shit you think is going on. Like, honestly. Who's Serious Black? Just a moderator in the DT show channel. That's all. If it was 10:48 a.m. on May 2nd, why was Brandon down there searching? I heard, and I don't know for sure, I've never spoken to Brandon, but I heard he was in the area on his quad fishing. And he heard over a scanner radio that there were 2 kids missing in the area or something. I don't something like that. Not sure what I did to DT or his wife. Very weird. I said one day I asked a question about literally Daniel saying something one day and something different the next day, and I just wanted clarity and I asked it and I was respectful about it and blocked. Like, I wasn't even mean about it. That's where they went. Okay, thanks, Charmaine. Gotcha. There are cases, Baby Monkey, that you do have to go into the rabbit hole. You really do. But this one, these rabbit holes are deep and they're dark and they're usually full of shit. So, like I said, I'll find one and I'll look into it and usually back away slowly and be like, no thanks. Not this time. Um, thank you, just Jeannie. Absolutely. Too much pressure on young girls to be perfect in the public eye, beautiful, skinny, and competitive. And plus, you put like filters on these girls, and it gives them this unrealistic idea of what beauty is, and then they take the filter off and they're not on social media anymore and they're looking in the mirror and they don't look like that anymore. And so they have low self-esteem. It's toxic. It's terrible for them. And I am thankful every day that that I brought my daughters up before all of that became like Vine. When they were getting older, teenagers, Vine was a thing. And they never got into it. So I was lucky. I feel for my grandbabies though, if things don't change, you can buy them. You absolutely can, yeah. Um, anything else? Cheryl was fishing out there or using the bathroom. I heard that Cheryl was also fishing, but like I said, we're not gonna go too deep into Cheryl anymore because I feel like we don't want to be bullies over here. Disability is a disability, and I feel like it's real, unfortunately, because it was so fun. The back and forth was so fun. The insults were just classic, and by classic, I mean like 1979 classic. Anyways, RCMP will go on a secret channel and talk. Yeah, they absolutely have their own closed channels for sure. However, if they're if there are different agencies that are being coordinated, they'll use an open channel. I mean, why wouldn't they? I'm not saying Brandon is lying or there's something fishy there. He could very well have had just an open radio scanner for the area. I've got the same one too. I pay for premium so that I don't have to listen to commercials and I can go anywhere in North America, US and Canada. Um, and Yukon and hear the fire, the police, um, the anybody can. Monsters of Sabotage. Brandon, our hats go off to you for all of your hard work searching and getting answers for Jack and Lily. I understand that, you know, At a certain point in time, his anonymity was important. But now that people know what his statement is, who he is, how he fits into all of this, it would be nice to hear from him, even, and I'm speaking directly to you, Monsters of Sabotage, even in like a pre-recorded, very controlled environment, a one-on-one interview with somebody who's friendly to your channel, just to ask the questions that people have. And I'm not saying like for content, but I'm saying for clarity, right? Because I understand he needed to be protected or he wanted to remain anonymous, but he's no longer anonymous. And there's a lot of nasty speculation. And usually in the world of adults, the best way to kill speculation is to hear it from the person's mouth. But unfortunately, in this case, it just gives toxic people more information to twist. So I get it. She's claimed disability? Oh, Cheryl? No, but I mean, the raft comment was just too much for me to overlook. I'm not kidding when I said it stopped me in my tracks. Like I was laughing and I was crying. I was laughing so hard. And then it occurred to me like this is next level. And then maybe it is. Maybe it actually is some sort of disability. And I'm not concerned. Like I don't care, but I also don't want to be accused of bullying somebody with special needs. You can even heard at one point in the audio when they switched channels. I believe they said it was either not clear enough or compromised. Oh, it's a great idea. The RCMP did not tell Daleen his information was reliable. How do you know? Because I don't know if they did or didn't. Because I'm not RCMP. I don't know. You betcha. A well-intentioned man stepped up to help find children and he got viciously attacked by people who should thank him. Why? Stella, I wish I knew. Brandon could simply state where he heard it, then problem solved. That's what I mean. Like a very controlled, pre-recorded interview with somebody that he knows and maybe trusts, just to be released to the public, answering questions like that. I think it would give fuel to the idiots out there, but it would also clarify for a lot of normal common sense thinking people who do have questions. So just my opinion. We spoke with some of his coworkers, Brandon's coworkers. It's 1 year later and I'm just learning about this Brandon dude now, and I've been deep in this case. Well, the thing is, Cool J, he's been around. Like I do remember back in May. But at some point he disappeared from social media. His information was not public anymore. There were a few people who respected his wishes and didn't share information for months, but he's always been there. So no shade on you, but he was there for you to see in the beginning and disappeared and out of sight, out of mind, I guess. We're just not allowed to call out the woman, it seems. Maybe don't send fake C&D. Who? Which one? Are we talking about Cheryl or Daleen? Either way, talk about whoever you want. Just be nice about it. Or respectful. Criminals in Nova Scotia have been caught with the police radios in their vehicles that had access to encrypted channels. Really, very dangerous to law enforcement when that happens. Absolutely. Do you remember that? And it wasn't even scanner radios, but what was his name? Justin something in New Brunswick, and he was hunting RCMP officers. And he was actually following Twitter updates to find out where law enforcement was, which is why it was so shocking to me that the RCMP were giving out updates on Twitter when Gabriel Wortman was on his path. So, is it true someone hurt his dog? I heard this rumor. No, I haven't heard that. Yeah, it was the thing. Made me think. Made me think. After I finished laughing, it made me think. Wow, maybe maybe we're dealing with something a little different than what we think. I don't know. Who cares? Last night, Mike D read an email he missed from Brandon a while ago, willing to talk to Mike. Yeah, it's probably the one with his statement. A few people got it a while ago. Anyone who would date Malaya or Daniel while this case is going on is nuts. Must be slim pickin' in Nova Scotia. I can't say I disagree with you. Not to mention, like, I mean, I get everybody wants companionship, but get a fucking puppy. Like, find your kids first, then worry about whatever else later. I don't know. Just my opinion. Oh, I mean, that would be awesome. Like I said, it's going to give the idiots just more fuel, but for most people who can have common sense thought and adult conversations, it'll answer some questions, I would think. I did comment on this before, but the radio station could have announced the kids missing because they would have scanners, but they didn't. It wasn't on like the radio at that time. So, and it's probably just that. He probably had a scanner. I've got one. A lot of people have one. I don't have access to encrypted channels. That's it. Justin Bork. Monster. But he was watching social media and people were taking pictures and posting shit and hashtagging. So he was able to follow where the police were. Terrible. MOS, can I ask why the people who were seen at the side of the road changed from who was said originally? Yeah, I don't know about that. I know I heard originally, and I don't even know if this is originally, at some point I heard Jenna Jowdry, but I don't think that could have been corroborated because allegedly she had been in school in Halifax and didn't actually come back to the area until June. So I don't know for sure, but that's no puppies get a plant. You never know. Maybe not a puppy. Go get, I don't know, go get, go and adopt a senior dog. Best decision I ever made in my life. Come on now, no slamming of people. Free Durwood? Do you want me to unblock Durwood? Do you think he'd come back? Is it useful? I know a few married cousins, third cousins. Wow, that's wrong. Please don't start that shit in here with the incest talk. That belongs in Mike Demand's channel and Mike Demand's channel only. don't disagree with the suggestion of Brandon doing a polygraph because the story and info changed so many times, and if he is a witness to seeing people that were documented as not being there till, and I agree. Like if your information is, if you think it's like, if it's important to you, even just ask the RCMP to do a polygraph. You know, why wouldn't you? That to lend more credibility to what you're saying, so they know I am telling the truth. This is an avenue you guys need to go down if they're not taking it seriously enough. Oh, I should have said affair with someone in RCMP, not all RCMP. Who is this Mark that Earl Martell allegedly spoke to about the footprint? I think, if I'm not mistaken, it was a searcher. There was something that I had. Oh, this here. I believe Durwood more than I believe anyone speaking for Malaya. Don't block me. So what are you saying? I should unblock Durwood? Goldfish. What? Durwood's been really chill lately. He has been on my channel a few times now. Oh, really? Yeah, maybe I will. Whatever. And was the area he was in out of the way and not where search was happening? He should be polyed. Sorry, my sometimes my chat moves quick when I'm reading something and then I have to refine the message. Anyways, you guys, I thought I was going to have a hard time getting to 2 hours, which I did. This was terrible for me. I don't like stooping, but fuck me, man. Just leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I just want to talk to my community about the shit that goes on in this case. That's all I want. You leave me alone, I'll leave you alone. Stop lying about me, Anita. Stop lying about everything. You're hurting the case, you're hurting people. Stop it. Just stop. That's it. Mike, I'm not mad at you. I don't give two shits about you. What you say, what you do means nothing. Leave me alone. Honestly, Mr. Hemi, you and Durwood are it. There's a couple of like totally fake accounts, maybe, but like you're it. And I unblocked you, so I might as well unblock Durwood. All right, I'll unblock Durwood. Let's do this together. Just real quick. He's probably sitting in his easy chair saying, "She gonna unblock me right now? Can I go in there and call her Satan again?" Just kidding. We agreed to not do that anymore. So let's test it. Community moderation, user management. Where, oh, Durwood O'Grady. Here we go. Unblock. Here we go. He's unblocked. Now, Durwood, behave yourself. Be nice, and I'll be nice. And try not to use all caps when you come in here, because it's offensive. Anyways, open the floodgates. Why not? I said I will let everybody talk that wants to talk. And I meant it. Except, like I said, at this point, I don't know that I would invite Malaya or Malaya's side to talk on here. But it's just this is the result of the decisions that they've made themselves. So let's just let's leave this where it is. I want to go and actually I want to go and make supper. Harley's got to wake up soon, and yeah. Do we want to play the Anita video before we end this? I have to go back into my email and see if I can find it. I'm going to play it just so that other channels perhaps just a minute. So that other channel. My bad. That's not my email. That was my YouTube. Where is it? Because why not? Why shouldn't I? You know, that they're mean to people. They bully people. Here it is. I'm gonna unmute it. I bet you $1,000,000 right now my mods are losing their minds saying, don't play it. Caution to the wind. Caution to the wind. I'm doing it. Tired. Bitchy. So if any of the channels out there want this, please reach out to me and I will give you a clean copy because I don't know if my sound is going to suck either. This isn't usually the way I roll, but it is what it is. I think the song is beautiful and the graphics aren't too terrible either. So here we go. Enjoy. I'll see you in 2 minutes. What the heck? Okay, wait. Wait. That ain't right. That should not have happened. I have to re-download, which I have a super fast computer, so please stand by. Oh, there we go. That looks better. All right, here we go again. Oh, wait a sec. Because I don't know. Live streaming is hard. This and put my sound on, and then it should. Okay. Here we go. Let's try it again.
Peter, tell us why you are lying. Why are you ruining people's lives? What do you have to gain? You are used making a complete fool of yourself. You should sit down, close your eyes, and have a glass of wine or gin. You say you don't drink, but you slur and says you haven't had it again. Baby, have some Coca-Cola. You say you've never tried it, but yet you say you love it. Better yet, take your Mercedes for a spin. Doing undone things, maybe. 140 story will change again. Last street, $13 plane. Go look after your man instead of playing your line, telling tall tales and sniffing like.
This is buffering like terribly, this, even on my end. Like usually it's okay over here, and then it's just kind of shitty sound on your end. Um, but once I downloaded the video, it plays perfectly on my computer. So unfortunately, this is what it is. So obviously I can't tell you who sent it to me, but entertaining anyways. Yeah, seems to be Mike Demand. But like I don't know. I shouldn't say. Like I don't know. 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 I don't know who made it. I don't know what it's about. I don't know anything. Just playing it. Very, very catchy. No, like it's not released. Like I said, mm, what I did is I got it in my email and I downloaded it and then I uploaded it to my Google Drive and it seems to work okay, but I don't know. Like if Monsters of Chaos or Monsters of Sabotage want the video, just let me know and I'll send them the link to the drive and they can download it because I think it's a good song. I just, I think it's great that other people are jumping on the bandwagon of making these catchy tunes about people who are involved in this case. People that are literally putting a target on their own backs. They're calling their own taxi that's going to run them over. Anyways, having said all that, I am going to leave it at that, and you guys can reach out to me if you want a copy of this video, any of the channels, whatever. Thanks for being here, everybody. Thanks for the new members. Harley is leaving. He's not coming over. I apologize, but I can, yeah. Just reach out to me and I'll send you the link to it and then whatever. You can watch it on your own because I don't know what's going on. I really don't. Anyway, have a great night, everybody. Thank you for being here and we will see you soon.